Hey dudes, it is GeneralJSmith here on the Alternative channel with another Nerf review, and this time we are reviewing the Nerf Triad EX3 Double Pack. Yay! Now the reason I'm reviewing this really, even though it's not really top of my list for guns, is because I just got this from Asda, which by the way, if you do not know what Asda is, it's a shop. It's basically the British version of Walmart, basically. And the thing is, I picked this up. I mean, I'd always wanted to try it for quite some time, but I couldn't really find it for a decent price because apparently a lot of people wanted it, and it's about a year old. So I found this pack, like this entire pack for 2 of them and 15 darts for £6. £6! I know that's crazy cheap. On Amazon right now, I think one of these is going for like £16 from a random seller. So I don't know. I mean, I haven't actually opened it. I assume, obviously, this is all intact. It looks intact. I doubt they'd sell it, you know, if it wasn't whatever, but whatever. So I got 2 for £6 and 15 elite darts. That's incredible. So yeah, that's where I got it from, basically. Sorry if, you know, you live somewhere else where you can't, obviously, you know. Really, I suppose you have to go to my store if you want to get this deal. I mean, maybe it was the last one. I didn't really notice, but whatever. Anyway, so I'm back finally again with another Nerf review. Oh wow, it's been so many months since I've actually done a Nerf review. In fact, last year actually, before Christmas. There's been a few reasons why I've sort of abandoned this channel, but you know, whatever. I'm back now, and I'm gonna, you know, really try to put more videos on this channel, so expect more of these to come. You can see the new format here. It's the same sort of format I do on my main channel, which, if by the way you don't know, this is my second channel. My main channel is basically for Lego Styles reviews. Well, other stuff, but you know, and the same sort of format where you're looking at the box here. Basically going to open this up, you know, and you know, we're going to compare this to the Elite Jolt, or well, Elite Jolt, let's say, because it's not technically Elite, but whatever. By the way, this technically isn't, well, it is and it isn't Elite. Yes, technically this is an Elite gun, however, that implies there was a non-Elite gun of this, which I only found out recently. There actually wasn't. I thought there was like an old N-Strike version of this, like, you know, with the blue, I mean, sorry, the yellow and the orange, but apparently there wasn't. This is the only version they've had of it. So that's kind of cool. But nonetheless, by the by, you know, it's already been like 2.5 minutes, so let's just basically get into unboxing this thing. Let's do this. Alright, so I'm back. My word, was that a massive pain. Oh my days. If I just move the camera up a little bit. Look at what I did to the box. I mean, it doesn't really look that bad from this side. Well, it does look kind of bad. But on the other side of this, I had to completely tear it open to get the darts. You know, I mean, the guns themselves were only held in like by 2 separate clips, so they weren't as much trouble. But like the back of the thing, there was so much sellotape connecting this, and like, my word, it was such a pain to get the darts out. You cannot believe. I mean, that's just wow. Which is why I decided not, because I was thinking before that I was going to, like, you know, do a very fast, me unboxing it, you know, cut it up and whatever. That's why I didn't include it, because, damn, that took forever, and was such a massive pain, I basically ripped it open. But anyway, anywho, let's go into the actual guns. Right, so they're kind of cool. I just want to say on the box right here, move the camera up again, right there, you can notice it says 20 meters. Which, by the way, if you're good at math and you've worked it out, that is the equivalent of 65 feet. Now, that's strange because on this box of the 2-pack thing, it says 65 feet, effectively. However, on, like, the separate ones, you know, like, you could buy these, obviously, separately with 3 darts that came with it and everything. It said it could go up to 75 feet. So there you go. I mean, I've seen a lot of reviews and range tests of this thing, and the general thing is it can go about 65 feet. So I'm glad the fact that this particular model has, like, you know, been updated to a more accurate sort of thing. By the way, if you notice the slight change in light there, I did sort of knock my light, but anyway. So yeah, overall, just first thoughts getting out of the box. It's really bulky. I mean, you know, even when it's in the box, it doesn't really give it justice how big it is, you know, because I imagine, because it's like a really small one, I didn't really count it as like a secondary pistol, because it's not really, it's far too small for that. I mean, you know, it's a lot smaller than even the Fire Strike, so I thought, it'd be rough, you know, maybe a bit bulkier than the Jolt, but, you know, looking size comparisons, look at that! That is crazy. everything about it, you know, is just a ton bigger. I mean, just look at the back there. This is the bit that shocks me the most. How fat this stuff is. Damn, that's kind of impressive. Notice here it says Triad EX3. On the other side. The other side is the same thing, except not, you know, coloured in. Nerf and Strike Elite. Unlike this one, which only has Nerf and Strike, no Elite. Not technically an Elite gun, I believe. It is basically, well, yeah, it is basically a beefed up version of the Jolt. If you took the Jolt and, you know, added on a ton of extra features, you'd get the Triad, more or less. You know, it comes with 3 barrels, whereas the Jolt only comes with 1. The loading system is the exact same on both guns, except obviously you have to load 3 with this one. Basically just slot them in, more or less. By the way, this particular pack comes with 15 darts for 2 guns, which is basically, you know, if you use 1 gun, you can use it 5 times. That's 5 rounds, basically. So, yeah, that's cool. However, if you've got the original one, which I think a lot of people did, because I don't really see many reviews of this particular pack, then you only got 3, you know, 3 holes. Makes logical sense. And whatever. So, yeah, it's a really beefed up version. You have to load it, you know, one at a time. That can get kind of annoying, you know. It takes a while. I mean, really, realistically, in real terms, you're going to go to, you know, in battle, a Nerf battle. Yeah, bring this as more like a, you know, a emergency one. Definitely do not bring it as a secondary, and definitely do not bring it as a primary. Man, I would laugh if someone brought it as a primary weapon. That'd be hilarious. But, you know, because realistically it's impractical, it's not very, whatever. Really, to be honest with you guys, the only reason I got this was partially just because I thought it looked really cool, and I was shocked about how bulky it was. Look at this thing. This is really bulky. I can't get over that. I mean, jeez. By the way, I know this review of this gun's really late, and you're probably saying, wow, this came out in, like, the beginning of 2013, you know, a whole year ago, so where have you been? Don't really have anything to say that. On the bottom, it's got the exact same priming system as the Jolt, except the thing you pull down on is slightly longer, slightly bigger. Obviously, the bottom is bigger. The handle is bigger for your hands. These are my big, meaty, you know, sausage hands. You just put it down like so. Fire. There you go. See, very cool. Other than that, though, not really anything other features to the gun. I mean, the gun itself is really cool. I mean, there's nothing particularly special about this 2-pack, by the way. It's just the fact that obviously you get 2, you get 15 darts as opposed to the 3. But other than that, you know, the guns themselves aren't any different. You know, it's just like the stuff, to the packaging or whatever. But that's basically it. It is a really cool gun. I mean, yeah, it's really cool. It's ridiculously bulky. I mean, oh yeah, also one other thing I want to point out. It has these 3 barrels. Just get some 2 other darts, okay. Stick them in here. Now, as expected, you do have to, that's what it looks like, by the way, with 3 of them in. As expected, it's not like rapid fire. You have to cock it every time you know, fire. Pull it once. 1. See that? The bottom one's gone now. Okay. Do it again. Now you got this one's gone. Pull it again. And the 3rd one has left the barrel. So it basically goes in this order, you know, and round like that. Now you may think, well, what if you put it in this barrel? Like, what if you have 1 dart left and you put it in that barrel? You know, when you pull the trigger, will it just go that barrel, then this one? No, just like the rough cut, Elite rough cut, I do not have, but maybe one day, who knows. It does have that sort of smart technology. I'm not sure really what function specifically that is. Maybe it's something to do with the air restrictors, but whatever the function is, the point is it's got like a sensor or something that can tell the gun, you know, which dart, like whether there's a dart in the barrel. So it's not going to just like fire a blank here if you pull the trigger. It's just going to go straight to the one which has the dart in it. Like so. Which is really cool actually. By the way, because it's an elite gun, you cannot put those normal darts that you got with the N-Strike one in here. Because of the, I'm not sure if you can see that. Can't really at all. But, you know, there you go. That's the best you're going to get. Those sort of rod things in there. That, you know, clearly show that it's too long, you just can't put the whole thing. Not that you want to really, because these darts are just better, generally, just like the darts with themselves. But, you know, nonetheless, you can't if you wanted to. Not that you would. But yeah, that's really it for about this gun. Let's go outside and range test this puppy. Yeah. Damn, this thing is big. Alright, let's go do this. Alright, so here we are again. I have my 2 Nerf Triads with me. I'm going to do a range test. By the way, this may look very similar to the one I did with strong arm, basically because I did that literally a minute ago. You know, but obviously with 2 separate videos. So please go check out that one, by the way, the strong arm. But yeah, let's really just get on to the range test. Now, I'm doing the double pack, you know, as you already know, since I kept mentioning it in the review. Now these guns should be exactly the same, so I feel no need to do both of them. It's a bit pointless them saying double your firepower. I forgot to mention this in review, but when it said double your firepower, that's kind of redundant really, because, you know, to load this, first of all, it only has 3 darts, and you know, once they've gone, you have to put it in separately, which takes a while. Not just that though, but after every dart, you have to pull it back. So how could you do this with 2 of them? You know, how could, I suppose you could, obviously, and put them in, but that would take so long that what's the point? Besides, you wouldn't even have this as a secondary. You'd have this like as an emergency gun in your back pocket or whatever. So, but anyway, we're just going to use one. I'm going to use the 15 pack of darts that we got in the double pack to try and be fair about it. It may take a little while, so I might speed up. That's about 5 rounds, by the way. So, yeah, let's just get onto it. Alright, and here we go. We are going to shoot 3 at first. This will be really sped up for you because I'm going to have to do 15 and that's going to take forever to load and whatever, but let's just do this thing. Alright, I'm not really sure about angled. I can't really bother to do angled. Oops, sorry. So I'll just do it straight on. Alrighty, so let's go measure up the results, I suppose. Let's try to find 15 darts. Alrighty, so just sort of searching around for darts, really. First dart, I think. Hope I haven't missed on the way, but there are 15 out here, so. Alright, so first dart we have coming in at about 13 meters. And that's not bad. I really should turn this tape measure over to get feet, but oh well. Next one, I believe. This is where I sort of have the most cluster, the beginning of the cluster. We have at halfway between 14 and 15 feet, so 14 and a half feet. Meters. There's a big cluster here, one there, one there, and there, all around halfway between 15 and 16 feet. Then we have some more here, here, there, there, there. Yeah, you can clearly see this is where the majority landed. At 17 meters. We've got some more up here, around 18 meters, 18 and a half meters. You know, they're moving up. I think this is the only one, if I'm not mistaken, that went like, you know, particularly far compared to all the others. The thing it is, that's coming at nearly 24 feet. I think that's about halfway between 23 and 24 feet. Sorry, meters. I keep saying feet, I mean meters. But there you go, really. So I'm just going to walk back and yeah. But there you go. So that is our range test of the Triad. I assume obviously the other one will be exactly the same. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like down below. Please give me any feedback, you know, any comments, whatever. We greatly appreciate.